Long, long ago, in a faraway kingdom, there lived three brothers. The youngest was a terrifically lazy lad who spent most of his days fast asleep. However, he was every bit as cheerful as he was lethargic, and so was beloved by all. When the nation was beset upon by a most contagious disease, the younger son did naught but laze about the palace, humming to himself all the while. But his cheerful music comforted the townspeople, so instead of hating him, they sang his praises. "Oh, what a fine young man," they would say. "Just the finest young man you will ever find." When the nation became embroiled in war, the younger son did naught but laze about the palace, telling stories of the good old days all the while. But his fascinating stories helped the townspeople forget the horrors of war. So instead of hating him, they sang his praises. "Oh, what an amazing young man," they would say. "Just the most amazing young man you will ever find." One day, the youngest son was lazing about the palace as usual, when he realized he could no longer hear the voices of the townspeople. He wondered why that might be. He lazed and he wondered. He lazed and he wondered. He lazed and he wondered. Eventually, all that wondering tired him out, and he went to sleep. That is why, in that nation where all have perished from war and disease, the only sound that can be heard is the soft snoring of a young man. It is a nation of happiness. It is a nation of happiness. A nation of happiness. Once upon a time, there were three brothers in a kingdom. The youngest of the three was a lazy person who slept through his days. But the youngest brother had a cheerful demeanor, so he was liked by everyone. Even when an epidemic broke out in the country, the youngest brother merely hummed to himself while lazing about the palace. But the people in the city found healing in his cheery voice, so they praised him. "That person is amazing. He really is." Even when the country was involved in war, the youngest brother merely talked about things past while lazing about in the palace. But the people in the city could forget the war with his ancestors and comforted each other. "That person is wonderful, really wonderful." One day, the youngest brother was lazing about the palace again, but today he could not hear the voices of the people in the city. While lazing about, the youngest brother continued thinking, "Idle, why? Idle, why? Idle, why?" But he eventually became sleepy. In a country where everyone had died from sickness and war, only snores resounded through the palace today. This is a happy kingdom. A happy kingdom. Oh, what a happy kingdom it is.
The captain tramples life under his feet. The screams of others transform into songs of joy. Flowing tears change from despair into darkness. Conflict beckons revenge and gives way to new solitude. Firemen, don't you dare stop until every last one of them are dead, for that is the captain's orders.
The captain tramples upon his life. The other screams turn into songs of joy. Their flowing tears from despair to darkness. Conflict shall call for revenge and give birth to new loneliness where it never